Hey guys! Top 13 of 13. We're almost done. We're all the way up to number 2 tonight. Number 2. That's a big deal. I can't believe it. We're all the way up to number 2. And initially, when I was putting my list together, I started back in like November-ish. Just thinking about it, because, you know. I'm sorry, Court, worst camera girl ever.
Sorry, these mints are really strong.
She's always distracting me.
I can't.
I can never, like, just get to it. Alright, so.
They are.
Okay, so when I was putting my list together, I knew that this was coming up. It hadn't happened yet, so I was just kind of guesstimating where I was going to put it. And I think I put it on my list at around number 6-ish. 5 or 6. What are you talking, Courtney?
Sorry.
You're so distracting. Stop. Okay, so I have to ignore Courtney right now. So anyway, when this came up, I was thinking it would end up at like number 6-ish, 5 maybe, something like that. I didn't think it would end up at number 2.
But it did.
Number 2. And I know you're all dying. You're like, oh my god, what is it? What is it? What is it? Well, it's the Heffron Drive Winter Tour, of course. Duh! Yay, Kendall and Dustin, love you. So, the Winter Tour. I can't believe how amazing it was. Well, I can believe it, but I can't. You know what I mean. It was so good. And, I mean, it had a lot of things working against it, like the wintertime and general admission, which I hate, and, like, small venues and just general admission. I know I already said that, but I really hate general admission. Courtney's going like this right now. Which means I am warm and you are cold.
Because that's what they were saying when we were waiting in line.
Yeah, that's what we kept saying when we were waiting in line. I am warm and you are cold.
Well, they were the warm ones. We were the cold ones.
Were the cold ones. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. Opening acts. Ariana and the Rose. Oh my god. So good. Ariana's voice is amazing, and her band, they're all so good and so cute. And all their original songs are great, and they sung a cover, which was like a mashup. It was mostly Wrecking Ball, but it was pieces of
awesome.
Taylor Swift, Trouble, and Summertime Sadness. I don't know who really sings that. Is that bad that I don't know? Do you know? Court doesn't know. So.
Sorry.
Okay, so I told her to like move the camera if I ask her a yes or no question, and she couldn't figure it out. So yeah, we don't know who sings Summertime Sadness, whatever. But Ariana's mashup of those 3 songs, so good. Court's giving thumbs up. Love it. And we met them after every show. Because, I didn't say. I went to the Heffron Drive tour 6 times. 6. Okay, so, yeah, we met Ariana and the Rose after everyone, but they weren't in Columbus, and that made me sad. Boo. But we saw them the 5 times, and at one of the shows, I don't remember which one it was at, I was like, I went up to them, and I was like, oh, hey, I'm back. And they were like, hey, it's family. so that was fun. And I can't wait to see them again. And they're based out of New York, so I could go see them next time they have a concert. And I'm really excited for that. And then there was Eric Dash.
Eek.
Love Eric Dash. So good. And we obviously met him all 6 times also. And at the last one, we made signs for him that said Eric on them. And he was so excited. He came up on the stage and he like grabbed it and he like held it up. He was so excited. And we sung all his songs because we practiced them and we knew them all by the end. And, he held Courtney's hand. That's what she's... What?
Arm's reach.
Arm's reach, yeah. And didn't he hold your hand?
Yep.
But
that's the song that I had in my head.
Oh.
I was singing it last night before I went to sleep.
I don't know what she's trying to get at, but Courtney loves Eric Dash.
Hey.
Love, love, love. We all do. And we chatted with his friend Margie a lot, who's like his promo girl. And she's so cool.
Awesome.
Awesome. We love her. And then she wrote about us on Eric's website in the tour diaries, and that was so cool. I mean, my name was spelled wrong, but that's okay. Who cares?
Shout out.
But yeah, so shout out to them because they're awesome. And so yeah, I can't wait to see Eric again. That's going to be really fun. Next time he has a concert, we're going to be there. And we're going to be singing Miss Sally Jones and One More Love Song and all the other ones. Eric Dash. So cute. Love him.
It's about a boy.
Yeah, every song that he's saying is like, well, I wrote this song and it's about a girl. So we're like, so that's why Court was just like, it's about a boy. But yeah, so Eric Dash was great. And honestly, Heffron Drive Winter Tour wouldn't have been as great if it weren't for Ariana and Eric. So great opening acts. We really loved them. And now on to Heffron Drive themselves. I mean, what is there to say? Their show was so good. So, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, they're just so full of, like, passion. And, like, you could tell that this meant so much to them. And it just, like, their excitement about it just, like, radiates off the stage and makes everyone else excited for it. And it's just, I mean, they sang their 6 old songs. And they did a cover of Wake Me Up, which was awesome. And then they sung 3 new songs. Art of Moving On, which makes me sad. We're not going to talk about why. And that has nothing to do with relationships or anything, because, you know, you'd actually have to be in a relationship to have broken up with someone. So, whatever. That part's null and void. But just, you know, moving on from things makes me sad. But it's still a beautiful song. And there's not many songs that, like, get that emotion out of me. Because I'm generally a happy person, if you haven't, if you can't tell. And then there's One Track Mind, which is just, like, makes you just want to, like, go wild. You know? Right, Court? Court says yes. And then there's Feel So Good, which just makes you want to dance. And how can you not like a song that has references to Dirty Dancing and Back to the Future and Miley Cyrus and Don't Stop Believin'? I mean, and those are just the ones that I've picked up on, because it's hard to tell what all the words are. I don't know them all. But I'm sure there's other ones in there. And it's just such a great song. And you can't help but want to dance when you hear it. It's just really, really great. So, just their set was amazing. And they were so good. So, so good. And so, like I said before, I went to 6. So, we can go through them step by step and see what happened at all of them, because we did meet and greets at all of them except for one. Court says yes, that's what happened. So, to start off, I went to Houston with Kat. It was the very first show. Very, very first one of the tour. So, we went to the meet and greet, and we could have been first in line because we were the first ones there. But we weren't. We just didn't get in line. We sat in the car. And then we ended up being like 20 or so people back. But whatever. We blew it. So when I went, Kat made me go first. It's a theme. Everyone makes me go first. So I went first, and like between the two of us, not first. So I went first, and like I gave Kendall a hug, and he's like, "Oh, it's good to see you." And I was like, "Oh, it's good to see you too." And I was like really hesitant about it. I don't know why. And he's like, "Oh, you say that like you're surprised that I know who you are." And I was like, "Well," and he's like, "Why? Because I see so many people all the time." I was like, "Well, yeah." And he's like, "Well, I see you a lot." I was like, "Yeah, you do." So, but I couldn't believe it that he remembered me from the summertime. Because, yeah, I saw him a whole lot in the summer, which we went over. I went 12 times. But I didn't think that he would remember me from the summertime to the end of November. Like, that's a big gap. I didn't know that. You know, I don't think that I'm, like, a memorable person. So, I don't know. But I guess I am. So, and then he said something about cougars. Oh, he said that we had to discuss the definition of cougar. And I was like, well, I know, I'm not that old. And because he said, because, you know, you're not that old. I was like, I know, I'm only 28. But, so he's like, well, what about, like, Panther or something? So, of course, I was laughing. And I talked to Dustin, too. I don't remember what I said to Dustin. What did I say? I think I told him that I was older than him, too. And he was like, he said something. I can't remember. Oh, my gosh. I'm terrible. It's a lot to remember. Like, it goes by so fast, and then you just forget. So, and then at that sound check, I asked a question, because there was supposed to be a lunch thing in Jersey, which ended up being at a gas station, just like a signing. And so everyone kept asking me questions about it, and I didn't know any answers, so I asked them about it in the Houston soundtrack. And, of course, they had no idea. But Kendall said, because I said, what's this lunch thing in Jersey next weekend? And he's like, I don't know, are we having lunch? And I was like, I mean, what I should have said... I think I might have said, I don't know, are we? And I should have said, I don't know, Kendall, are you asking me on a date? But obviously that didn't come out. So, what, Mom, I'm making my blog.
Oh boy.
So, anyway, that happened. And then during that concert, after one of the songs, I don't know, Kat and I were standing on Dustin's. Oh my God, Courtney! She's like making faces at me.
You got 5 more shows. You're already at 14 minutes.
Whatever. This one's just gonna be really long, okay? Okay, so anyway, I'll try to talk really fast. So at the Houston show, in the middle of the concert, me and Kat were standing on Dustin's side, and Kendall, it was the first show, Kendall like really stayed to his side, didn't really come over by us at all, and Dustin stayed on his side, so they were like, you know, on their respective sides. And after one of the songs, Kendall like just walked over across the stage, leaned down, handed me a pick, and then walked back. And like the whole thing happened in slow motion, and I was like, oh my God. And then I looked at Kat, I was like, did that just happen? Like, I couldn't believe it. So that was Houston. And then we went to Philly. Philly was awesome. It was a daytime show, which was weird. But it was fine. There's a lot of really awesome people in Philly. It was the first time I met Squish. That was really cool. And what else? Oh, Kat got her heart tattoos. And the meet and greet was fast because there was a lot of people there. And what?
You asked another question.
Oh, I did ask another question. I was like jumping up and down in the background, and Kendall picked me. Well, me and Kat, all 3 of us were jumping up and down in the back. And Kendall was like, oh, you jumping up and down in the back. And all three of us were like, we're all jumping. So he's like, so we're kind of looking at each other. And then he's like, oh, to my left. And I was like, it's like, oh, that's me. So I said, random thought, go. And he said, Eiffel Tower. And then Dustin said broccoli. And I was, so that was really cool. And we kind of wanted to, like, make it our thing. Like, always ask them random thought. But then we didn't get picked ever again. So, whatever. And then, so that was Philly. And then what was next? New York was next. We did not have VIP for that one, unfortunately, because I had to go to work. Boo. So I just met Court in the city, and we waited on the regular line, and that was weird. But we got in there, and we saw Kat, and we saw Delise, and we saw a few other people, and then Anne-Marie met us there, and that was great. And we stood, and I'm pretty sure that, I mean, I don't know this for a fact, but I'm pretty sure that Logan was, like, behind me the whole time, because it was really dark back there, and rumor has it is that he was there. So, he might have been. I don't know. Then next was Hartford. That was on Dustin's birthday, and we brought him cupcakes, and we had a cupcake picture. Best cupcake picture ever! Because the cupcake thing started with Logan's birthday, and then Kendall's birthday, and then with Dustin's birthday, so I made cupcake toppers of, like, a picture of, like, for my cupcake, it was a picture of me and Dustin, and then for, like, Kat's cupcake, it was her and Dustin, and Tila, you know, you get the point. So, since we were going to have the group picture with the cupcakes, we made one for Kendall also, and then I just made, like, a 2-6 for him. For Dustin, and we took the picture with the cupcakes, and Victor was like, no props, and then we're like, come on, and he's like, alright, fine, because it's Dustin's birthday, and we're like, yay! So we made the, so we had the cupcakes, and that was great. And then we did 3 other group pictures, because there was 4 of us, so we got 3 pictures. And then, so the last one was like a group hug, and that was really awesome. It came out really super cute. The only thing that would have made it better is if Court was there, and then that would have completed the whole picture. That would have been perfect. So then what was next? Next concert. Oh, the Hartford show was acoustic, which was cool. And Kendall sung Secret. Stupid Kendall. Okay, so Secret is so good. And to hear that live was like really, really special. So what was next after Hartford Court? So that was show number 4. So we're up to number 5, Pittsburgh. Show number 5 was Pittsburgh. It was really, really cold that day, waiting in line. Really, really, really cold. But that was a really, really good show. I met Angela there for the first time. That was great. She's awesome. She tweeted me. She's like, is that you dressed as a Yeti? It's like, yep, that's me. So, but it was really freezing that day. I'm getting cold just thinking about it. And what happened in Pittsburgh? Oh, when we went to the meet and greet, and Kendall said that I went up with Kat, and we did like 2 squeezy pictures. And Kendall said that we were the cutest girls there. That was cool. And I yelled at him for never smiling in my pictures because he doesn't. And I don't know why. It's because he hates me. That's sad. Boo. But Court says no. So I yelled at, but like I had the picture from Houston, which he was smiling in, and it was a really good smile. And I was like, Kendall, just so you know, this is the only picture that I have of you and that you're smiling. And he's like, but it's a really good smile. And I was like, I know, but it's the only one I have. So whatever. And then when I got the picture, this was after we took our picture, and I got the picture, and I was like, oh, he's still not smiling. What the freak? But so I yelled at him. But it was like in a jokey way, so it was okay. Right, Court? Court says yes. She's not doing a very good job of like moving the camera up and down.
It's moving up and down.
Whatevs, Court. Whatevs.
You're on 20.
Oh, whatever. And then, so that was Pittsburgh. And then Columbus was really, really awesome because we were the first ones in line. And during the meet and greet, I had like a whole conversation with Kendall, which was really cool. And I know that I'm not saying anything about Dustin, and I feel bad that I'm not mentioning him a lot, but I don't know why I like can't talk to him. I get like nothing comes out. I tried so hard. Like I had the perfect opportunity in Columbus to talk to him but I just like I get so tongue tied. I don't know why. Maybe I'm secretly a Dustin girl. I don't know. But
Cat won't be happy.
No. Well, if she can toggle back and forth, so can I. Okay. And then after the meet and greet, we went down to the stage, and that's when we ended up in the first row. But the line for the meet and greet like went right along the stage, so we like were kind of waiting there, and I was like the unofficial greeter, and like I talked to everyone that came through. I was like, "Hey, what's going on? You scared? You nervous? You excited? Whatever." I was talking to everyone, and then when they moved away, we moved right up to the front, and we were front and center. And that was really cool because like Kendall was like right in front of me the whole concert. It was really awesome.
Well, because he got moved.
Yeah, he was supposed to be like over more, but there was a leak in the ceiling and it was like raining practically on the stage. So that was right where he was supposed to be set up, and since it was like dangerous for the water to be falling on equipment and stuff, they moved him over to the middle of the stage, and that's where we're standing. So that was really, really, really cool. So there was like a lot of eye contact during that show, and you know I'm not the one to say, like I usually don't say, oh yeah they were looking at me, but he was definitely looking at me. Me, Cat, Court, all three of us. It was really great. And we had a lot of fun. And the Heffron Drive Winter Tour was just amazing. I wish that I could go back. Like, I want to go back. I want to go to another show right now. If there was one, I would go right now. And it was just so good. I'm sad that it's over, but I'm happy that happened. So, I guess that's it, because I guess this video is really, really, really long. But I'll be back tomorrow with number 1, and I bet you can't guess what it is. Courtney's rolling her eyes at me. Alright, I love you guys. Have a good weekend. Bye!